This week on Outdoor Bound TV, we make a late March trip to Yankton, South Dakota for a spring conservation hunt for snow geese with our friends at Maxed Out Guides. Then we join Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton for the fishing opener on Big Sandy Lake, where we catch up with good friend and former Minnesota Viking star Doug Sutherland of the famous Purple People Eaters defensive line.
What a fish.
Early bird gets the worm.
That's what you come up here for.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Mission by Matthews and Vortex Optics.
This is my life, the weekend warrior. No more production lines or deadlines. This is why I work 5 days a week. I need speed, power, precision. I expect no less than the best. This is my best. This is my chance. This is my mission.
Simple, efficient, powerful. Mission by Matthews.
Big Bear Down. Whether you're looking for a sweet recipe for bear bait or quality bear scents, we've got you covered. Big Bear Down offers all their bait selections by the bag, the barrel, or in bulk. From crushed sugar cones, trail mix, and granola to our syrups, frostings, and bait toppings, we've got the variety to keep the most cautious bears coming back again and again. Big Bear Down scents can be used as an attractant or cover scent and draws bears in from miles around. Look for Big Bear Down by our distributing at 2 convenient Wisconsin locations or at a retailer near you.
Hi everyone, welcome to Outdoor Bound TV. I'm Kurt Walbeck. On this week's show, we get a chance to fish for walleyes with former NFL star Doug Sutherland at the Minnesota Governor's fishing opener on Big Sandy Lake. But first we head to the prairies of South Dakota with our buddies at Maxed Out Guides for a spring snow goose hunt. Now we've got a conservation tag in our pocket and the geese are flying, so let's meet the guys near Yankton, South Dakota right now.
Second week of March out here, and it's been an unseasonably warm spring. We haven't had any snow for the last 3 weeks in the state of South Dakota, Nebraska, North Dakota, anywhere. So a lot of these birds have kind of pushed north of us here, and again, we're basically set up right off of the refuge. Today we got a real calm day. There's not going to be a cloud in the sky all day, and that's actually, you know, in the fall, that'd be bad for goose hunting, but for snows, we do real well in these conditions. So it's colder right now. The wind's going to pick up in the afternoon, and what we're anticipating is going to happen here is this morning's probably going to be a little bit slower. Once the wind picks up and the sky gets up on top of us and these birds start moving and these decoys start doing, you know, their shake and start moving with the wind, we're anticipating that this afternoon is going to be a real good shoot.
Okay guys, so let's remember today, safety's on at all times. Only time that the safety should ever be off is when it's on your shoulder. When these birds are working, we don't have a lot of wind today, so they're gonna pick up on any kind of movement. So just please make sure you keep your faces down, keep your whites up on your head, and do not move when the birds are working. The guides will call the shot. You'll hear Garrett on that end or myself or Zach say kill him. When they say kill him, guys, sit up, pick yourself out a bird, take your gun off safe, keep squeezing the trigger till that bird hits the ground. So let's have a good safe hunt this morning and let's shoot some birds. I think we got something out front and left here. I can't quite tell what it is yet. I think it snows.
So for the last few years, one of the areas that we set up for a few weeks in the spring migration is down to the Yankton area. Yankton is right on the Missouri River, and there's a big refuge here. It's called the Lewis and Clark Lake, and it is a huge staging area for waterfowl as they migrate back north from the south. 6 days ago when we were here, the DNR did a flyover, and they estimated that in this area, in about a 100-mile radius, there was 6.3 million species of waterfowl just right in this area here. So it's a huge staging area in the spring migration and the fall migration. They shoot a lot of ducks out here in the fall, and it's a big stopover for these birds as they come back through. We're actually in just one of the first fields here right off the top of the refuge, and this is basically what we call a traffic set. So birds go where they sleep at night, what we call a roost, to their feed, which is, cornfield, small grain, that type of thing. So this isn't necessarily a field that the birds woke up in the morning and had their mind made up that they were going to, but we're out here with 3,500 decoys, a couple of rotaries, a couple of e-collars. So we're running traffic on these geese. We just want to be in a spot where as they come off of the refuge to go feed, we're one of the first fields that they see, and then suck them in with the large spread and the electronics and all the different candy that we have out here.
Kill! Now we're talking, fellas! So over the last couple of years, you've heard us talk about adult birds and juvenile birds. So the difference between the two is obviously your adult birds are going to be older and your juvenile birds are young first and second year birds that are non-breeders. They're usually on the back end of the migration. So how we spot those is when we're out scouting, what we look for, you'll see with these adult birds, it's a nice, clean, really white, pretty looking bird. These juvenile birds, on the other hand, are real gray, they're ratty looking, a lot of gray feathers, they're just not fully colored in yet, and that's kind of how we tell when we're in a batch of juvenile birds, is just by seeing those gray, ratty birds feeding in the fields. How many we dropped there?
No idea. It was good. Yeah.
There's a lot of debate among hunters of what's better. There's as far as decoys for hunting snow geese. There's essentially two kinds. A lot of people will use full bodies, a lot of people use socks. This morning, as you see here, we've got a big spread of socks out. And this morning we don't have a ton of wind. Okay, so right now a lot of these socks, even though they have these backrests so they don't just droop, are just sitting lifeless. Whereas a full body, you're still going to get a full representation of a snow goose. This afternoon when the wind picks up and you watch these decoys this afternoon are just going to shimmy and shake in this wind. And if you ever watch videos of snow geese feeding in a field, they will literally run through a field while they eat. It's basically just a non-stop chaos and commotion. So when this wind picks up and these things start moving, it does a really great job of emulating snow geese, running through a field and feeding it out.
While we were sitting here and in this big decoy spread, we had some birds working off into the distance. My job is kind of the flag and also run this e-collar, which is kind of experimental with volume and sound and stuff. So when them birds were off in the distance, I lightly just turned this up. Seems like today we got a little bit of wind and the birds are definitely eating up the loud, fast sounds that coming out of the e-collar.
If you want to hunt these birds, there's really two ways you can do it. You can attempt to do it yourself, which one of the things that makes a spring snow goose hunt really challenging for a do-it-yourselfer is the amount of equipment that it takes. Right now, in this field that we're sitting in right now, we've probably got $12,000 invested just in decoys. That doesn't include the rotaries, that doesn't include the electronic collars. So it takes a really big investment to be able to chase these birds the right way just because their numbers are so huge. We make the investment for the customers, we go out and we do the scouting, we set everything up. So essentially our customers just get to show up and slide right into their blinds and shoot. It's a really tough sport to go out and chase these birds by yourself. So the South Dakota license it's a real simple license. It's not like the fall where you have to do a lottery. And the spring conservation license, it's a $55 license. You want to buy the spring light goose conservation license, and you can buy that right online through the South Dakota website, the DNR website, or you can just buy it right over the counter when you get into the state. One of the things that get people really excited about these spring snow goose hunts is this is a conservation hunt. So this is the only bird on the continent that basically gets hunted 9 months out of the year. These birds are very overpopulated, and that's why we get to hunt them in February, March, and April, where with Canada geese and ducks we can't. Unfortunately, what those birds are doing is then when they're getting to their breeding grounds up in the tundra, is they are just absolutely decimating the ground up there, and they're essentially destroying their habitat, and they're working their way south as they do that. To help with that, one of the things that the Fish and Game has done is they've actually lifted the daily limits that you can shoot on these birds. So what that means is in the state of South Dakota here, there is no daily limit. But on those days with these birds where you can get into them and the conditions are right, you'll see guys go out and have, 50, 100, 150, 200 bird shoots just because the main goal of these hunts is for these birds to essentially die. So the reason that these hunts are in place is so that we can do everything we can as hunters and conservationists to essentially thin the herd as much as possible. So if you or anybody else is interested in getting out in one of these hunts with us next year, our information is on the screen, and we'd love to have you out on a hunt and show you a good time.
Now don't go away, because next we head for the Governor's Fishing Opener with Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton, held this year near McGregor, Minnesota. It's on this cold, windy May day that we get a chance to catch up with our friend Doug Sutherland, a former Wisconsin native and NFL star, for a little walleye fishing on Big Sandy Lake.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Real Deal Mineral and HHA Sports. Real Deal G2 seeds. The results speak for themselves.
Optimizer by HHA Sports. The Optimizer Kingpin marks the third generation of archery's #1 selling single pin adjustable sight. On the range or in the field, start ruling your kingdom today with the Optimizer Kingpin. The Optimizer Speed Dial. Extend the range and accuracy of your crossbow. To the yard accuracy with a single reticle. Simply range, dial, and shoot. All Optimizer sight systems are made in the USA and carry a 100% lifetime guarantee. Ask for Optimizer at a dealer near you.
At Colby Chrysler Center, there's a reason why our customers keep coming back. It started with a welcome and a handshake, and throughout the years has developed into so much more.
In addition to Colby Chrysler Center's 5-star service, unmatched selection, and knowledgeable, low-pressure sales staff, we have become a trusted partner to our guests, their families, and the communities we call home.
Now we welcome you to come and experience the Colby Chrysler Center advantage. Welcome home to Colby Chrysler.
Room Motors has been serving central Wisconsin since 1947 and offers a full line of quality Kubota tractors, mowers, and RTVs. Let the knowledgeable staff at Room Motors help you select the best Kubota RTV for you and your family. From weekend food plot maintenance to projects around your yard, you can count on Room Motors for all your quality Kubota products at both convenient locations.
Room Motors. Take the short drive up Highway 45 in Antigo and Burnhamwood.
You know, each year we receive thousands of photos from our viewers of animals that you've harvested and fish that you've caught, and we love to share them with you here on the show. And this year you can win some great prizes once again just for sending us your photos. All you have to do to be eligible to win is email us your photo or share it with us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
Prizes include an assortment of musky lures from Nays Baits, a Yeti cooler from Petrick Service Station, a trip for two aboard the Grand Illusion 2 charter boat on Lake Michigan, and this year's grand prize, a 4-day, 3-night fishing vacation at Sunset Cove Resort on Lake of the Woods, Ontario.
And remember, all you have to do to be eligible to win is send us your photo with your name and your hometown. Here are this week's Outdoor Bound TV viewer photos.
Say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, everyone. I heard on the news this morning that this may be the coldest governor's fishing opener on record, so I guess we'll go down in history. I would like to welcome you to the podium. It is my pleasure.
Thank you very much, Lisa, and you and the McGregor Host Committee. I can't thank you enough. The weather may be cold, but the hospitality's been warm and even blazing hot, so thank you very much. And we are going out fishing, and we're going to catch fish. I don't know if I'm going to catch fish. I seldom catch fish, but that's why, as a matter of courtesy, I leave all the fish in the lake for all the rest of you. So go out there, have a great time. Again, the McGregor Host Committee and the City of McGregor, thank you very much. You've been great hosts, and let the fishing over begin. Thank you.
I'm going to send you off into the beautiful waters of Big Sandy Lake. Enjoy your day, and I hope you catch a lot of fish.
Any predictions, Governor? Yeah, we're all going to freeze. I'm going to let the speaker catch the biggest fish and spur bipartisanship.
This is Big Sandy Lake. It's a little bit cold, but everybody is just full of energy and excitement. This is a beautiful lake with over a dozen fish species, and I can't wait to get out there and catch the first walleye of 2016.
It's Saturday afternoon here at Big Sandy Lake. We're going to go out this afternoon and rip some lips, get some big old walleyes. Well, I tell you, we started off this morning. It was windy, rainy, snow on the shoreline. It was cold, and but that's fishing. But we didn't catch much. We caught smaller walleye and a couple of small northerns, just enough to pique our attention. It feels good to have something tugging on your line, but we're looking for some walleyes. The waves and the wind is kind of dictated where we can fish today, because it's hard to control the boat, and it's hard to in heavy waves. It takes a lot of the fun out of fishing.
Yeah, I'll probably need a net on this one. I don't know that it might be a big pike, but not really running like when it's head shaking. Is it a dogfish? Yep, dogfish.
But there we go, aren't they pretty?
Oh yeah.
Prettiest fish in the lake right here. A big sandy dogfish. They're native to a lot of waters in Minnesota, and there's some big guys in this lake that you'll catch by accident once in a while. But they're in the shallows, they're in deep. You can kind of catch them just about any place. Real pony, whoops. That's how you release a dogfish right there.
I'm from Superior, Wisconsin. Grew up in Superior and went to high school in Superior, went to college in Superior. I was drafted in the 14th round out of Superior. Played 13 years in the NFL, first for the New Orleans Saints, and then traded to Minnesota Vikings for 10 years. Played in 3 Super Bowls. Played as part of the line with Carl Eller, Jim Marshall, and Alan Page. Fortunate enough to play with those guys and making it to 3 Super Bowls.
So this afternoon we switched our tactics a little bit. Came across the other side of the lake. We got a wind-blown point, and we're able to duck back here out of the wind. And we're just working that 7 to 10 foot of water, and it's kind of a first break. We're fishing them right now with a fat head and a jig, and we're just ripping that jig off the bottom, and they're actually hitting pretty good today. Got the sun's finally out, warming up a little bit. It's gonna be a good afternoon. Yeah, it's just amazing how much difference it is. You get in this a little bit warmer temperature of water, 52 degrees versus the 49 degrees we were fishing in earlier this morning, and we're able to get out of the wind a little bit and bring some of these into the boat. Nice eater walleye. Oh yeah. But we're gonna let him go back in the water. Maybe catch him again some other day.
You know, I grew up fishing ever since I can remember. Before the Snoopy rods, we had cane poles, catching sunfish on Bigwood Lake in Wisconsin, and with my mother and my aunts and my sister, and my dad fished too, but my mother loved to fish, and we'd spend as much time as we could on the lake catching, you know, crappies and panfish, and you know, cleaning them and eating them, and it was a process that, you know, I loved every minute of it. You know, when you're young, and you know, your parents spend time with you, you don't text people, you actually talk to them. It was a wonderful experience, and you know, deer hunting. My mother deer hunted until she was in her 70s, so I love being out in the woods. It's a tremendous experience, and you know, some of the fondest memories I have of growing up was, you know, either walking through the woods with a shotgun with my dad and my uncle, or you know, deer hunting with my mom and my family. We had an old log cabin, and the only time we used it was during gun season. So it was a great experience, and kids need that now. I've taught, you know, my nephews how to fish, and it's frustrating at times, but it's a lot of fun, and they still like to fish. It's funny how the outdoors brings people together. You know, the camaraderie and the things that go on in deer camp and fishing camp, you know, is you build lifelong friends. You might only see them 1 week a year, but they're friends forever.
Yeah,
we got a little bend in the rod.
Yeah. Tell you what, it's nice to feel this. Feel the fight. Yeah, that's a good eating walleye right there. That's what we're after. Nice big sandy walleye, very dark in color. Fish on, we got a double here.
There we go.
Got to a new spot here this afternoon. We got some warmer water temps, and lo and behold, we got a double right away. So we're on the fish. See if we can get some more. I think mine's a little bigger.
Probably. You're a little taller though. So.
Let's get these back in the water, and they can fight another day.
Might be another dogfish, but it's got some shoulders. Yeah, that's what they look like. Looks like 15 inches. Have a nice life. Thank you. Now we can go home. Finally got one. Persistence and patience. Well, I feel a lot better now.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Brewpub Pizza and Nays Baits.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a ½ pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Jensen & Son Asphalt Paving and Maintenance, your #1 source for professional paving and driveway sealing in north central Wisconsin. Jensen & Son is a local, family-owned and operated business. We have all the resources to get the job done right. No project is too big or too small, and we strive to exceed your expectations on time, every time. For affordable pricing and high-quality workmanship, call us today for a free estimate. Jensen & Son Asphalt Paving and Maintenance. We top them all.
Since 1957, Meyer Buildings has offered full design and project management for your farm, equestrian, commercial, and storage building needs. Our recreational building line specializes in the design and construction of affordable, remote area buildings for the outdoorsman.
This is my second Meyer building. I've been satisfied both times. Their design assistance, the quality of the construction, and their attention to detail. It's perfect.
At Meyer Recreational Buildings, we offer custom building solutions for all of your building needs. Log on today for a better way to build.
Nays Baits. Durable, effective, unique. The must-have fishing lures for every musky angler. Crank it, rip it, fast or slow. Our flagship Livid Fish brings them in again and again. Put trophy muskie in your boat with Nays Baits. Go topwater with our 10 head. From deadly slow to an all-out sprint. Nays Baits. Get it done. Check us out online or pick up Nays Baits at a retailer near you.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by the W.C. Russell Moccasin Company and Golden Hawk Canoes.
A big thank you to Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton and the fine folks from McGregor, Minnesota for hosting this year's Governor's Fishing Opener. We can't wait to come back. And we hope that you'll join us again here next week when we'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around the Midwest, around the nation, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV.
Doug Sutherland, start over again.
I could do a show of bloopers every time I go out, I think.
Here we go again.
Oh, he's on fire.
Oh, wait a second. I think it's a snag.
All right.
Okay.
In 3, 2.